Wingapo. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Christeena.
And you're watching
Game of Tomes. That one was cute.
Alright,
we'll leave that.
Alright.
Today we're going to do a November wrap-up / what we read for Tome Topple.
Uh-huh.
So, that's what we're doing.
Alright, what's the first thing you read?
The first thing I read in November, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, because I'm rereading the Harry Potter series that I talked about.
And how did that go for you?
I really, really liked it, and found out I don't like the movie as much as I thought I did. Because it's quite different.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, in the way that Snape reveals himself as being the Half-Blood Prince and stuff, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. And then, like, they didn't even show Dumbledore's, like, crippled hand until, like, the very end of the movie, and it was like, so, when he used the septum
Simpra
on Draco, I was like,
me too.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've already read it once, but, and in the movie, I thought they did a pretty good job of that part, too. But I was like, run, Harry, run! And he kind of did, but, oof. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
What was the first book you read?
Oh, I read The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It was our book club book. I don't think you reread it.
I didn't reread it.
I'm sorry for calling you out.
No, that's okay. I was busy reading Harry Potter.
Sure, of course. You'd already read it once.
I did a couple years ago, so I just read a synopsis on it.
Okay. I really enjoyed this. And I think having watched the movie first really enhanced my experience reading the book.
Yeah.
And I really liked it.
Good.
Yeah. Next.
The other book I read was 13 Reasons Why.
Me too.
By Jay Asher. We have a discussion and a review on it. It was a book club book, and we talk about how we felt about it in the video.
Which wasn't good.
It wasn't too great.
Yeah. We liked it while we were reading it.
Yeah.
And then the end happened.
The more we discussed it and the serious topic of it, the more we didn't really.
We had a lot of
like
issues.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was entertaining, which we say multiple times. But
that's where it ended, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I continued on with 50 Shades of Grey. Read 50 Shades Darker. 50 Shades of Grey. I was kind of entertained. It was like entertaining, but I thought there was too much erotica. I had a lot of problems with it. And I actually really enjoyed this one.
Good.
Like a lot.
Was it more of a storyline to it?
It was. Yeah. And I didn't find myself skim reading through the erotica.
Right.
So that's good.
Good.
Yeah. I also read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Very cool.
Because we were gonna do the tag, and the movie just came out, and
we need to go see it.
Yes. I always thought in the fourth movie they made the mermaids ugly for like cinematic reasons. But after reading this, in this book, it says that Scottish mermaids are less attractive.
Really?
Yes. And then in the, because it's annotated, less attractive is marked out, and it says ugly.
I like that idea though, that, you know, to take something that is conventionally considered pretty and then to be like, well, not really.
I was really annoyed by it when the movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, they're going to be so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then they were like fish faces.
They're hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah, hideous.
And then there was one that I wanted to share. The Snidget. The Golden Snidget is extremely rare, protected species of bird, completely round with a very long, thin beak and glistening, jewel-like red eyes. The Golden Snidget is an extremely fast flyer that can change direction with uncanny speed and skill, owing to the rotational joints of its wings. Sound familiar? The Golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are so highly prized that it was at one time in danger of being hunted to extinction by wizards. The danger was recognized in time and the species protected, the most notable factor being the substitution of the Golden Snitch for the Snidget in the game of Quidditch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've never read it or seen it, but
yeah.
That's really interesting.
I wanted to try
I like how they did that.
Yeah, me too.
So the other book I didn't finish. I actually read it for
Tome Topple.
Tome
Topple.
Topple.
Tome Topple.
Tome Topple.
Show everybody. Show them.
It's a Game of Thrones, and it's the illustrated edition.
She has the illustrated Game of Thrones.
Amazon had a coupon, so I used it and bought it, and it's
beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I'll show you a picture. Looky there.
Daenerys, the unburnt.
So, I love it. It's got pictures at the beginning of every single chapter.
Yeah.
All the characters. I love it.
Show me another picture.
It's got this really cool map on the inside.
That is super cool.
So
I'm jealous of that map.
This is the Night of
Is that Laura?
Night of Flowers, yeah. And this one is one of my favorites, and it's Sam. And I don't know, just the detail on it, and then how it's so in focus, and then other things are so out of focus.
Yeah.
I just thought was really, really cool. I'm not very far into it.
You're about halfway.
Yeah.
You're halfway.
So
that's more than me. I only got maybe that's a third. You think that's a third?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a third.
A third. I got through a third of A Feast for Crows.
Thanks, George R.R. Martin.
I'm really enjoying this. There are some storylines that I'm missing. I'm like, where are you, Tyrion? Where are you, Dany? Like, I feel like he's building the suspense.
Right.
Like, they're off doing something and I don't know what it is and I need to know.
Right.
I'm also getting the perspective of Cersei Lannister, and she's awful. She's a horrible person, and she's just full of rage, and I thought it was going to be more like, oh, I can't say that because it's a spoiler. I want to understand her. I want to know why she is the way she is, and I feel like something's going to go down, but I don't know what it is yet.
I've seen the whole TV series that's out, so rereading stuff, I was like, I'm not going to be spoiled on it, you know, but there's a lot of things, like when I was watching the TV show, I was like, okay, yeah, alright, but then reading it, I'm like, oh, that was your motivation, you know what I mean? I really, really enjoy it.
That's good.
And it definitely would not have been read, because I'm like, I'm going to read it, I'll read it eventually. I didn't put it as a priority, because I've seen the show, and I was like, oh, I want to read other books, but thanks to Tome Topple, I was like, alright, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I ended up, definitely it's going to be one of my favorite series, I can tell. But I've also seen the TV show, and I love the TV show, so.
Okay, so let's talk about Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Suzanne Clark.
We're both listening to it on audio. We were doing it for Tome Topple. I only got 2 hours into it. And also, I've not really had a lot of time to read, let alone an audiobook.
Sure.
Which, I mean, doesn't really make sense, but audiobook for me is, this is only the second one I've ever listened to. And it's a lot more dry at the beginning of it.
It is.
And you told me that it picks up, but right now it's like, I can only listen to it for an hour at a time, and then I find myself, like, tuning it out, so then I have to force myself to stop.
I found that it really picked up at hour 3, is when I really...
Which I'm really excited to hear that. Really excited.
That's when I really got interested in it. And I've gotten, like, 55% of the way through. 32 hours. It's 32 hours long.
Yeah, it's very
long. I've listened to, like, a little over 15 hours of it.
Yeah.
And I really like it. I really like it a lot. Jonathan Strange is probably my new favorite character ever.
Really?
I love him so much.
I haven't even met him yet.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. You've getting me really excited.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've also been watching the TV show alongside.
They have it on Netflix, and it was a BBC show.
Yes. And watching it while reading it is just like an amazing experience. Mr. Norrell is like a Mr. Bingley mixed with Sheldon Cooper at first, and then stuff happens, and then you're like, what? Like,
I'm so sorry I'm not up there with you.
I know.
You can't even talk to me about it.
It's getting really complicated. The story is. I will say though that if you're reading it, watching it does enhance the reading experience. It did for me. but that you will get spoiled for the book because storylines progress a lot quicker. So I'm on episode 5, and I think I've decided to, because there's only 7 episodes, I think, and I believe at the 7th episode they conclude it, like the book. I've also heard that it doesn't end the same, so I'm really curious about that. But I'm going to cool it. I'm not going to watch the last episode until I've finished it, which I've got like another 15 hours of audiobook before that happens.
When you could watch an hour of it.
So, okay.
You can do it.
Yes, I will.
You can do it. Stay strong, girl.
Thank you.
Keep those eyes up there. Don't skip to the back.
Alright. Anything else? I think that was it.
That was all that I've read. Again, we don't have a very long list. It's holidays coming up, and I don't see December being much more than what I did already either.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. We did good. It just
wasn't a lot to take on.
It wasn't a good time for us to start Tome Topple.
Yeah.
In an effort to finish the books because we just did not have enough time.
Yeah, but I'm still glad that we did it. And like, I don't mind. You know?
No, I'm happy that I'm reading the books that I am and listening to the books that I am. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
So let us know what you read for November, and if you participated in Tome Topple, what did you read, what did you finish, because we didn't finish anything.
Yeah.
So
if you read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell and you're like, like me.
Hit Jessica up because she's dying to talk about it, obviously.
Alright, cool. Come be our friends. I'm Jess Game of Tomes on Twitter.
And I'm Christeena, GOT.
And we will
catch you on the flip side.
What?
Bye. I don't know why I said that.
What?
Do we live in the 90s? Catch you on the flip side.
What's up?
A jitterbug. I don't know why.
Let's not say when Gobbo's so cheerful, because that's not what Pocahontas would do. Would you consider sitting on a cushion?
Oh, am I too short?
Dude, you're so much taller! People will be thrown off. Game of Tomes!